Well, welcome back. All right, tasty appetizers, finger foods are very popular this time of year. Although I'm thinking with the environment we live in now, finger foods might want to be renamed to individual treats. Anyway, in this next segment, we're going to introduce you to an entrepreneur who enjoys creating delicious recipes, and we wanted to share these with you. Take a look.
We're in for a delicious treat today. Susan Weiner with the Orange Dot Baking Company joins us with 2 delicious recipes and some incredible news from a business that you launched right here in our area. Susan, it's great to see you.
Thanks so much, Jess. I really appreciate your having me on the show.
We're excited to talk with you today. Let's talk a little bit about the Orange Dot Baking Company, how this came to be, and the personal inspiration that really lifted this plan to be what it is.
Yeah, so my son was diagnosed with celiac disease about 15 years ago, and I started on the quest to bake the most delicious gluten-free bread that was also high in protein and free of xanthan gum, which is a synthetic ingredient made in the laboratory, and it gives a lot of people an upset stomach, and almost all gluten-free bread has it. So I started this quest to make this bread, and then in 2015, Ridge Schuyler wrote the Orange Dot Report, which is a report about poverty in Charlottesville. And I thought, I'm a baker, I'm a business person, why not join those 2 ideas and try to create employment in my community? And so that's our vision, and our mission is to create incredibly delicious gluten-free bread that also creates employment in Charlottesville.
And no small feat, but yet you've managed to combine all of this together and, of course, launch the Orange Dot Baking Company. These goods are available here in our area, in and around Virginia and up towards DC.
That's right. In fact, you can order them online at orange.bakingcompany.com, which is orangedotbaking.com. And you can also get them in Richmond at Elwood Thompson's in the frozen section, and several other stores, but Elwood's is always fully stocked. And you can get them in really up and down the East Coast. We even sell to Fresh Direct in Manhattan, so to all of Connecticut and Philadelphia as well.
Excellent. So success in the business and success with these delicious recipes. We have about 3.5 minutes. You've got some easy to assemble inspiration for us. We're doing a smoked salmon crostini and the Figgy Piggy crostini. Can you show us how it's done?
That's right. Yeah. So here they are fully plated up. And the whole idea of these crostinis is they're really assembling great ingredients. It's not a lot of work in the kitchen. And if you can toast bread, you can make these appetizers. So it's very simple. I'm just going to take a piece of bread and slice it. This is the plain biscuit I have here. And I'm going to butter it on both sides. And if you use softened butter, which you leave out overnight, and you actually left out for several days, it makes it a little bit easier. And then I'm going to slice the rustic rosemary and do the same thing. I'm going to, this is a little bit of olive oil here I have, and I'm going to just brush it with olive oil on both sides. It just makes it so it's nice and crispy on both sides. And then I'm going to bake it in the oven on a rack, on a sheet pan. And the rack allows you to get air circulating all around it, 400-degree oven, nice and hot, which will make it golden brown in 8 to 10 minutes without burning it. I don't know how many of you have ever burnt to crisp under the broiler in the oven. And then it's really just very simple from there. So I'm going to put it in the oven, and I'm going to take out, and I can show you what I toasted up this morning. And then from there, it's really just about layering on the ingredients. And so we have here, we have some smoked salmon, some sour cream, and some nice dill as a garnish. And we have here, we have prosciutto, so you can see that, there's prosciutto, goat cheese, and also some fig preserves. And so it's really just about giving it a generous helping and slathering on the goat cheese, and then adding a generous helping of fig preserves, and then some prosciutto, whatever you like to taste. And the same thing with the salmon crostini. It's just a dollop of sour cream, a slice of smoked salmon, and a garnish of dill. And you really have a beautiful, lovely appetizer that will be wonderful for your entire crew. And you might be wondering, why is it important to have a gluten-free appetizer for your community? And you might be surprised to learn that about 1/3 of Americans are trying to reduce the gluten in their diet, even if they're not celiac. And so our goal was to create a bread that was so good you would enjoy it even if you weren't gluten-free completely. So that this is an appetizer that can be served to everyone, and everyone will enjoy it. And this is tested as well with many friends and many parties, many events over the years that people can't even tell it's gluten-free.
Well, they look mouth-watering, and it's a conscientious way of putting deliciousness into play any time of year. Susan, thank you so much. We appreciate it.
Yeah, absolutely. And we have if you go to our website at www.orange.baking.com, we have a lot of specials for the holidays. You can join our newsletter and put your name in to win a wrap of the sample package this week. And we would love to have you become a part of our community.
Fantastic. Well, thanks for sharing the information. And we'll post a direct link on our website as well so that folks can learn more about Orange Baking Company.
You know, it's interesting to watch and see somebody that really took that old saying of necessity is the mother of invention. Well, she's a mom, and her son had celiac disease, so she is the mother of invention at that point. And this turned into not only something that she was doing for a family, but a business that spreads all over Central Virginia. And I noticed she was wearing orange. She's a good marketer. So she's wearing orange, and her business is called Orange Dot. And isn't UVA, she's from Charlotte, isn't UVA one of their colors orange? Pretty smart, and obviously looks very delicious. All right, who doesn't love that name too? By the way, the Figgy Piggy. Some great recipes that you can try at home. And like the lady said, if you can make toast, you can make these. We'd like to thank Orange Baking Company for all their delicious insight this morning. And we hope you'll stick around because we've got just a little bit more coming right back.